Hello everybody. This week with me, all the way from Tauranga, I've got my main man Adam.
Hey guys.
Adam, the Tauranga Marathon.
Oof, yeah.
The Tauranga Marathon.
Yeah.
So we've had the introductory video on this. We've told everybody out there, we've committed to this on social media, that come the end of September, you are doing this.
Yeah.
And we've had a lot of interest in this because quite a few people who subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the Facebook page, they are very keen runners.
Yeah.
And one of the questions that we had from a lot of people was around how you were going to be preparing for this.
Yeah.
So you spoke about the importance of setting a goal, and I think we have a goal in place for you.
Yeah.
Which is the Tauranga Marathon.
Yeah. Sub 4 hours.
Sub 4 hours.
Sub 4 hours.
Absolutely. That's quite an important part of this goal. What is the plan? At a very high level, 10,000 feet up, how are you going to be preparing for
Right,
this?
exactly. So, I've done a bit of research behind marathon running, and I know a lot of people that have completed marathons. So, the first thing I did was I talked to people that have actually done it before.
Right.
And I got a bit of information, a few tips here and there about training. And I also did my own research online.
Right.
So I think the first step to anyone starting a challenge is important, is to maybe talk to people who have done a similar challenge themselves. And, you get more tips and confidence that way. But you also, really important, just with anything that you do, is do your own research. I mean, there's so much information out there, but you have to be, careful with what you read and with anything, like gym training, anything that you do. So, especially for a challenge like this. So that's what I did, and I got the basis of my plan, which is, so I'm starting on, into it now.
Right.
25% of the way there.
25% of the way there. We're just over 12 weeks away.
Yeah.
And obviously we want to keep these videos short, so we won't get into too much detail because it probably I think the actual details of the preparation probably require a separate video. But at a very high level, for anybody out there who's maybe thinking about setting a similar goal, 12 weeks out, what does the preparation at a very high level look like?
High level, okay, so the basic I think would do was, for a high level, you just need to be consistent and keep going. So for my routine at the moment, I do 7Ks most days a week.
Right. With
a longer run thrown in once a week.
Right.
So, and that's just at this point now.
Right.
Towards the closer I get to the marathon, I want to increase those kilometers and obviously get my body more suitable to that sort of length.
Yeah.
So at a high level, I want to get to at least half the marathon in preparation at a comfortable level. And then I know it will give me confidence enough to be able to be mentally prepared for the marathon.
Yeah. And that was exactly the question that we had from one of the listeners out there. They were sort of interested in how much running you'd be doing daily and what would your longest run in a week be. So I think you've answered that perfectly.
Yeah. So at the moment, the longest run will be at 10, 11 Ks. Yeah. But I mean, it's still 12 weeks away. Hopefully, in maybe 3 or 4 weeks, I'll increase to 15. Yeah. And so on and so on. Yeah. But it's really important that you don't do too much of the longer stuff. Because then your body will just get worn out. Yeah. And so you want to be physically capable of just maintaining a high level all the time. So you need to be smart on mix it up as well. So yeah.
And just talking offline with you before we started recording this, you pointed out that this will be your second marathon. And I guess in summing the second video up, what is going to be the biggest thing with this preparation that you'll be doing differently compared to your first one?
Preparing my body.
Right.
That's the biggest difference. I mean, I was telling Capri off camera that the reason I'm doing this marathon is obviously to redeem my previous marathon performance as the main reason, and I'm also doing it with my dad, who's going to be running with me.
Wow.
But at the same time, I'm hoping to inspire other people to challenge themselves as well, and to maybe not do a marathon or even a half marathon, maybe do like a 5-kilometer walk or something, or just something small, but just to challenge themselves.
Yeah.
So it should be awesome. I hope someone gets inspired and does that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty much redemption. So it's going to be preparing my body. My knees couldn't handle it last time for the marathon. The impact of so many kilometers was a big wake-up call.
Yeah, yeah.
So this time I'm actually doing running.
Yeah.
Last time I trained just through CrossFit.
Yeah.
My lungs were fine. My body, my knees were not fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's the biggest takeaway between last time and this time.
I actually remember talking to you right after you'd run that first marathon, and having seen you play soccer for the best part of the last 20 years, I was staggered when you said your knees weren't ready for it. I found that. Take it from me, come the end of a 40-minute soccer game when most of us are dying, Adam is still running around like a spring chicken. So for him to come and say that my knees couldn't take it, for someone, I guess, who's always had very strong legs, that was a bit of an eye-opener.
Yeah.
And I expected nothing less from you this time. You weren't going to make that same mistake the second time around.
Yeah.
So guys, I guess in wrapping this up, the key things to really take away from Adam there was the importance of doing your own research. Just like any goal in fitness, whether it be bodybuilding or powerlifting or CrossFit.
Yeah.
I guess when you get over that initial kind of that emotional rush, and you get into the grind, you actually need to have a plan in place. I'm really hoping that the key thing you guys took away from that is the fact that Adam's doing, even though this is his second marathon, he's still doing a lot of research.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Any closing messages, Adam, for anyone out there who might be entertaining the thought of a marathon?
So even maybe not a marathon. If you are doing a marathon, great. Be consistent. Even if you don't feel like doing a little bit of training, do a quarter what you plan to do. It keeps you going, keeps you motivated, and then you won't feel as bad the next day for not doing anything. So you need to just keep going.
Yeah. Adam, I'm not sure when you're next going to be up in Auckland, but I'm looking forward to the vlog.
Yeah.
And this, I think, will be one of the most well-received topics we've done.
I hope so.
All the best.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys next week.